And so today we have brilliant artists who relate more to the canvas than they do to their mothers and fathers. We have brilliant basketball and football players who relate more to a basketball and a football, or more to the saxophone and the trumpet, or more to their boxing gloves, or that which makes them honored and respected, than they do to other human beings. And because of this misperceived love and misperceiving reality, we need to restructure our lives. So I, being a musician, practiced 8, 9, 10 hours a day. Think about that. A young boy, 11 and 12 years old, who went to school and did my homework and then got my instrument and played into the night. While others were playing football and basketball and baseball, I had no time for foolishness. I had a mission in life, which was to become a master of my art. And so I gave up the world for my art. Now that is a sacrifice. But what was the motivation for that sacrifice? It was to lift myself above a non-entity. And most black people have a desire to lift themselves above being a non-entity. So even if it's selling drugs, we want to be the best at it. If it's drinking whiskey, we want to show that we can drink more than anybody else. But we need something to show us that we are, in fact, somebody. And we do it in such a sick manner that all of our friendships, all of our relationships are tainted. You have your best friend, but he's not your best friend because he's your best friend. He's your best friend because you have a need and he supplies that need. But when that need changes, you drop that friend like a hot potato. You marry one another, but you marry not really because you love, you marry because you have a need, and that person supplies that need. But when the need is gone, the friendship is broken. We follow God and we believe in God because we believe He's able to supply all our wants, all our needs, and He is. But when a trial comes because of our faith in God and God doesn't do by us what we think God should do, then we turn our back on God and say that God doesn't exist. We have a need for a friend and God takes the friend and death overtakes the friend. And we think that God has done us something wrong when He gave life. And He has the right to take back what He gave. But we begin to disbelieve in God because God is not really God. He's a convenient overcoat. We put Him on when we need Him and we take Him off when we don't feel we need Him anymore. We pray. All praise is due to Allah. We pray because we're in trouble, not because we're grateful to God. And when God answers us, we don't feel a need to pray anymore. We are a people whose needs are so great that we form relationships based upon need, and it never gets to grow into love where it is unconditional. We don't have an unconditional relationship with one another. That I'm your friend whether you have money or don't have it. I'm your friend whether you praise me or you condemn me. I love you regardless of your weakness or your strength. See, we have conditions in our friendships. We have conditions in our relationships with everyone, even with God. And because of the conditions that I place on my mother's love, who loved me unconditionally, I didn't understand until I was a grown man the magnitude of her love. And now that she is no longer with us, I see deeper now. And it is sad, but it is true, that you can always see better after the veil of flesh and blood has been removed.